fuck, my aunt! This whole time I was introducing everyone, my mic wasn't on. Hello, I am Boycom. This is RXD Grave, followed by Blake 10 underscore and Agimir. Oh.
Hi.
He said hi. I fixed it. So, first off, thank you for coming on. Second off, it's very hot. I'm
no problem.
Unzipping my jacket. Okay, fuck you. I'm unzipping my jacket.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I gotta support my friends.
Yeah, of course, man.
You're
really great.
I'm gonna start this off by asking how everyone's day.
Let me start this off. All right, go ahead.
But I actually did it right with you.
Allow me.
Okay. I want to start by asking how everyone's day is. I'm going to start with alphabetical order, so we're going to start with Agimir, or Will, a.k.a. Will, a.k.a. Will Mercer, a.k.a. Mercer Will. Can you go first?
So my grandma passed away on Tuesday.
Good shit. How's your day? Don't laugh!
I only laughed because you said good shit.
I'm good. I'm all good.
Well, I got paid today.
Fuck, man. You got
Okay, and you too.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear, Will.
It's okay. It was peaceful.
I gotta go.
This is a great start.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
I have to leave.
What? I'm so sorry to hear, Will, and I'm so sorry for the response that you've gotten.
It's
The
all
word-
good.
The word fatty is fucking banned on my account, apparently.
What?
Yeah. Well, they got silence for saying fatty. Oh, I hope she gets better, Will. Tony, how's your day going?
It's going quite all right. Thank you. I'm now here. Probably not gonna remember any of this.
That's always good to hear.
Hey, what's the timer say? How are you now?
No, we're good. We're only like 6 minutes in. I got like another 14 till I'm dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Sean, so what are you eating, huh?
I got some McDonald's.
What did you get?
Fuck, sorry. I said sorry.
What'd you get? Okay, all right, we're moving away. I honestly don't care anymore. God damn it. Okay, so you guys might know Will from the 5M server Jotai, the Jotai 5M server on 5M, the GTA RP GTA 5 RMP server, and he is well known for so
Conveniently spawning nearby.
God opens up a bag of frozen grilled chicken.
Oh, wow, this is a start.
I know, fantastic.
I love it. This is as chaotic as I want the podcast to be.
Tony,
Yes, sir.
do you have any questions? I'll let you start with questions.
I've got a ton. Most of them has to do with like creation.
Go ahead. Go. Bro, don't mind me.
Bro, I gotta mind you. Look at you.
You got the stage.
You're on stage. I full screen you.
Most of my questions had to do with like the creation of the server and everything, and like I guess the best first one was what was your inspiration to get off like and do it, you know, like bring it up.
I'm sorry. I just.
Yeah, I know. Tim kind of fucked the tone, didn't he?
It's great. So it's my job, technically. Joutai is actually a game studio and an MSP. So we also provide IT support for other companies. And I think about 2 years back, I was hanging out with Abel, my roommate and technically boss who pays for this, and says, do it. Hit me up and said, hey, I found this thing. It's called 5M. It's cool. And I said, that sounds fucking lame. So I hop on, and one of the first servers I get onto, he's a cop in it. So he says, hey, we're going to do a ride along. I'm like, okay, cool. So I get in his car, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, when do I get a minigun? And he's like, this isn't how that works. This is role play. I'm like, the fuck is that? Like, I played like GTA Online since like it came out. All I know is kill. And so then like the radio starts going off and shit, and he says, oh shit, like 10-4, 97, 69, like there's something happening over here. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so they pull up by like Legion Square, where all of our fuckery happens on our server. And I get out, and there's just some dude standing there in like a white shirt, jeans, and he's bald. And Andy, basic as fuck. And I'm like, what is this? And the guy's like, hey, put your hands up, like, can you talk or nothing? And then the guy just pulls out a bat, beats him to death, and runs after me. Another cop guns him down. And I'm like, oh my god. And then my friends call me on the in-game phone saying, hey, we were role-playing as strippers and thought it was fun. And then a crime lord came and kidnapped us and gave us $20K to dance. And I'm like, this is insane. I love it. So about a year ago, he hit me up and said that he had his own server he wanted to work on, but he didn't have the time. So I said, fuck it. I'm not doing anything. I'm just in college. So I started messing around with it a bit, kind of putting it together. I didn't know what I was doing at all. And the more I kind of got into it and looked at everything else, I realized that, one, this helped me realize that I want to go into the game industry as a developer, and two, that this is a great platform to start building a community that could follow into the other game servers we make or games we would release.
So when you're, I guess, like, making all of that sounds like a hell of a first day, by the way. I mean, we've all had like a pretty crazy few experiences on the server. That sounds like a pretty fucking crazy first day.
Oh, it absolutely
like introduction to roleplay is like always weird, but like that just sounds like a whole clusterfuck.
What really fucking got me about it is, like, you play games, you talk with people online, and they're just like, oh, I killed you, teabag, and you're like, fuck you, and it's whatever.
Yeah.
But they're role-playing it, and so they put effort into it. And I remember I was just driving a car, and there was a bunch of them piled up around Lester's house, and I'm like, ooh, people. And so I go up there, and I'm like, how do you do, friends? And I realize my camera is still on. I'm animated, and I'm walking and talking because it helps me just...
You're good, bud. You're good. You're good.
That.
They can't see you on the stream. You're fine.
I know, but you can. And so I'm just walking up. I'm like, how do you do, friends? And this dude in like a black suit and orange tie comes up. He says, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh.
Oh no.
I'm new to this city. I flew in from Texas. And he said, that's not a city. I'm like, I know.
Texas doesn't exist.
And he gets right up in my face, and like two other dudes show up, and he's like, you should leave. I'm like, I know. I'm gonna go back to Texas.
Jesus.
And it got my adrenaline pumping. I was like, what the fuck is this? That was terrifying. And he's like, yeah, that's how it is. And I'm like, this is fucking awesome. So we're like, the first year I was working on it, it was literally just me role-playing with myself because nobody else was on. And then I had some of my other friends join in to help out. Like Bo, she's one of my oldest friends since like high school, hops in and out on it. And funny enough, I think the first person I convinced that I didn't originally know to join was Sean.
Huh?
That was actually going to be my next question, was that you found Sean through TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my very first, like, you're like one of the very, very first people who started commenting on my stuff.
I gotta wonder, like, what made you decide to shoot your shot?
So, he was making Blade and Sorcery content, and I didn't have an Oculus yet. I was really fucking about it because it looked super fun. And I was like, yo, like, do a flip or like whatever.
I was like any other fucking TikTok commenter asking what game it was, do a flip,
I'm not
can I
dumb,
play
come
this
on.
without VR?
It's like, can I just go get a sword and do this outside?
Is this on
Kind
PlayStation?
of.
Yes.
Technically.
And we just kind of like started bantering back and forth, and I was like, fuck it. Like, he's got PC, maybe. So I hit him up, I was like, hey, like, your shit's really cool. I have this thing. I feel like you'd like it. It'd be kind of fun. You could do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. There's no one else here. But, you know, whatnot, come try it out. And he was like, okie dokie. And then he pops in, and I think the first clip he ever made was him walking up to a car going, where's Tony? And then Tony just drops from the sky onto the car and dies. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, these people are idiots.
Oh no, yeah, that was
me!
Tim.
Oh my
That was Tim.
He's like, Tim, where are you? I'm like, look up. He's like, you better not be.
I know the video. I'm a link that in chat.
Please get it.
Oh my
I was gonna say,
God.
please get it if you can.
Please do.
Do you did you have any expectations when you invited us?
Not really, to be completely honest. I had some people kind of just pop in and out, and then they would just be like, this is gay. And I'm like, yeah, kinda. And then leave. So, when y'all popped in, I was like, alright, like, this is cool. Hopefully they like it enough to stay. And y'all did, and I'm like, fuck, I have to actually put effort into this.
Ah, shit, I gotta work.
It's like, I gotta fucking do stuff now. Damn it.
We fucking love the server. Obviously, we have you on here,
Yeah,
and
we're
like
very,
we've
very
been like it's just been really fucking fun to go around. I know I haven't been on long
Yeah.
lately, but like we still like keep an eye. At least I do. I keep an active eye on it whenever I get the chance because it's just super fucking cool to watch the development of it. And obviously, I put some input in, but I always had to wonder because like we're one of the earliest groups on there. And every time that we like you talk about all these like new people joining and all these like, because a lot of new people are a little bit more serious than us, and like totally understandable because that's obviously like what the tone you wanted. I'm assuming like you didn't go in there wanting it to be all comedy or anything, but I can't help but like wonder how you guys are like, how the fuck are they gonna adjust? Like, what's gonna fucking happen here? Because these fucking dudes are off the fucking wall. Like Tim can't go 5 minutes without robbing an airport.
What's up?
Or pulling a plane out of a fucking car garage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's right there. It's right there.
Funny. I know. I mean, at first I figured, like, the best way for you guys to stay interested and get content, was to just have goofy shit and fun go on. And originally Garcia kind of got upset with me at the idea because he was like, if you do that, then people are going to see that and just think, oh, I can come on and goof around or whatever. And I said, well,
Yeah, it'll give the wrong impression.
yeah, and like, absolutely, of course.
Right.
But when they come in and they do that, we'd be like, you know, those were set bits. This is role play. Take it seriously. And if they're like, whatever, I'm here for stupid, they can just leave. But if they're like, oh, okay, I will still want to hang with y'all. Like, I know Halo was super excited about wanting to jump in. He still has a spot waiting for him. He's absolutely welcome.
You're welcome, Milo.
Then yeah. But honestly, I didn't want y'all to just pop in and be like, oh, cool, I bought a car. Cool, I found some drugs. Neat.
I feel like if that was the case, we probably... The thing is we were looking for every excuse to get off of regular GTA. Because
Yeah.
all we would do is just go to GTA and just fucking gamble.
You would gamble, we spin a wheel, and leave.
Yeah, we would spin a wheel, gamble, leave. So
Blackjack.
when 5M came along and we realized that we could actually like do things, like even if it wasn't like as serious as you guys wanted, like we still had our own way of like kind of combining like both the funny and the serious. And I think it still works pretty well. But like with how serious everything is getting, it's like I don't know if that's gonna keep flying or not, and it's okay if it doesn't, because I totally get it. So what I wanted to ask was actually like if you had some kind of vision for how the server was going to go, where exactly, like ideally, would you want the server to be?
Also, can I
So-
interject for a second? Jagger, you have a spot as well.
Yeah. Anybody in the chat who's seeing this is absolutely welcome to come and play. We're not going to restrict it or blacklist it to anybody. But if you come on and you start dicking around and we're like, calm down, and you're like, no, then okay, yeah, we're going to have some issues. But we already dealt with that one time. It's all good now. As for like the vision, if you've ever gone to another roleplay server, a successful one, because there's plenty. In fact, the community of 5M and Redm complain because there's an influx of ESX, which is one of the modules and frameworks, roleplay servers that are out there, and they're just like, oh yeah, another one's out there. They're not unique. You know, there's nothing different about it. And I agree. And my vision for it was that I want it to be more than just cops and robbers. Because that first one I went on, if you weren't a cop or you weren't a criminal, you were just doing normal jobs. I think I was a pool cleaner for a bit and I got bored. So I made a homeless character who came back from Vietnam, like it just ended, and just had him go on a rampage. And then I wanted to go to jail. So when a cop pulled me over after killing like 10 locals, he's like, okay, what's up? I'm like, I had an episode. He said, cool, you're good to go. I have other things to deal with. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I want to go to jail. So what I think bugged me with that was that it just felt like if you weren't a cop or a criminal, no one cared. So when I was doing this with Garcia, he said, we need to be unique. You know, we need to stand out. And I was like, I got an idea. What if we're just more than cops and robbers? And he's like, gasp. I've never thought of that. So the vision for it is more community friendly. Like you pop in, like people will be like, hey, welcome. What's up? My dude, here's a thing. Do that. You interested in this? Do that. And more so on that, we would focus on content creation and promotion with them. Say, for example, Sean is making music and is like, man, Twitch is cool, but I want to like have a DJ session, but I don't want to go out because that's expensive. And we're just like, hey, we have a thing set up for that where you can go in and you can like have a virtual DJ session in one of the clubs in the server. And on top of that, we'll have a module where you can play your songs and you can stream it on Twitch and say, hey, if y'all have GTA and download this, you can come do this session like with me in game as a way to like help promote in and out of that. We're doing that for music. We're going to be working when we get enough, we're going to be having the money to hire an artist, a digital artist and a 3D modeler to make an art gallery for any of our artists who want to promote their art and put it up there.
So you're more into the idea of making this an actual platform than even like a roleplay server.
Yeah,
from what it sounds like, because you're wanting to display creations and like kind of put people at the forefront.
Yeah, I think something that one comes to mind is how Gary's Mod does their RPs with like all these different jobs and stuff they can do and outlets that you can just like dick around with.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Second Life. You made
Tim, how's that pepper going?
I'm eating a whole. I gotta move up to the next one.
What?
He's eating a pepper.
I've been eating a bell pepper this whole time. I'm going to jalapeno now. I've got some questions for you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some questions. We're all super excited for 5M Jotai.
Yeah, Yotai too.
Yotai too. Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm that excited too.
Are there any video games or movies that get you excited? Oh.
Do you want to take a minute?
No. Are there any movies or new games getting you excited?
In general, or like ones that we're making?
In general. And also ones that you're making. Are you making any? This is new information.
I mean, personally, I'm super excited for Battlefield, and New World that came out. Criticisms given for it.
Yeah, New World has good fishing, so it's on my radar.
Yeah,
one fucked up thing about Battlefield is that it's coming out the same day as the Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker early beta.
Ooh, seriously?
Yeah, same day.
That's.
Well,
I might
see
still
y'all
get
on Battlefield.
I'm probably gonna be playing Battlefield over.
I'll be
yeah.
playing Battlefield.
Yeah, you good, Tim?
I'm still probably.
You
A
got some
friend bought
water?
me the 14 expansion. Expansion, so I'll probably get Battlefield.
The beta's on October 8th, by the way.
Sick. Hey, is it going to be on EA Play?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Let me see. That'd just be so convenient.
I was actually, I guess, to ride on to that. Did you said you had plans on like running to like other like games and mediums and shit, right? So like you're not just sticking to just GTA, obviously, but you're waiting for the money for everything else. What do you think is your next one? You know, your next server, or your most excited, like your one to tackle.
I've been very excited to start up Red M, which is like 5M but for Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was very much about the game itself, and I liked the realistic aspect it gave. My problem was that it was kind of lame that every time I popped in, somebody would spawn a lion next to me and then make it explode. Yeah. Like it got to the point. It got to the point where like modders would essentially ruin the experience. I didn't want to play it anymore. But now we can set this up, because one of the other things about Joutai itself is that Garcia has a lot of experience as a police officer, so he brings that in for the game itself. I'm not a cop. I do not do any of that. I got a job teaching kids how to program. I go to college, and I used to be an electric work monkey on planes. So he's the one been providing all of the experience and setup for that. And what I'm most excited about for Redim is having the different towns and territories run like a sheriff's department like it was back then. But fuck Saint Denis, I'm not running that shit. That's too big.
It's big, it's funny.
I don't know. I don't want to take Valentine though, but I'm very excited about that one. We're gonna try to work on Minecraft as well, like just putting out servers. Because as much as I love Joutai and I'm grateful for the opportunity of it, I do still want to go out and make my own game studio with my buddy. So we're also working on a game like that under his IP that he's used for our D&D campaign. It's a complete custom world universe that he's been writing for years.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. We're making it a role play. We're making a VR game based on it as well.
That's what I was about to ask.
VR?
Are you going to make a VR game? Cause,
VR?
That perked their ears.
It's going to be a combat sandbox game based on his universe. You'd play as a shock trooper with like mechanical arms, and you have tools like a grapple, a flamethrower, stuff like that. And you go through different areas and just fight, essentially.
I don't want to get too far away from Joutai, because I do have a quick question before we start devolving too far. I'm gonna take a bite out of this habanero pepper real quick before I ask this question.
Oh no.
It's not Hot Ones, wrong show.
Do you have any future plans for the server, and why is it trains? I'm salivating.
Yeah, why is it trains? You've been teasing the big train update for a while now. I think since we joined in May.
So, as much
Oh.
as I
Tim is dying.
buddy, it's okay, we can wait.
Why did he do this? He told me he was gonna do this earlier today. We called like earlier in the morning because I had to go to work and I usually get on anyway. But he calls and he goes, "Hey, so I'm gonna do this thing during the stream." I'm like, "What are you fucking doing?" And he's like, "I'm gonna eat a pepper while we." I'm just gonna eat a whole bunch of peppers while we interview, or not interview, but like do the podcast. And I was like, "Why are you gonna do that?" And he's like, "Because it'll be funny."
Because of course.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
for
But
his
he's
safety.
dead. He's fucking dying.
No worry, this won't kill him.
Jagger asked, "Are you worried about a grapple hook in VR giving people motion sickness?"
Yeah.
Just don't get motion sickness. Just be me.
So, unfortunately, there's not really anything you can do to combat motion sickness because it's vertigo. Blade and Sorcery is one of the worst vertigo-inducing games next to Boneworks and others.
Yeah, I was going to say Boneworks is really bad about that. It almost gave me, motion sickness.
I can't play it for more than 20 minutes, and I can play Blade and Sorcery I played it for 8 hours straight once and didn't realize it.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't know. My fiance was like, "Hey, I'm going to go to work." I'm like, "Cool." And it felt like an hour, and then she comes back and she's like, "Were you fucking on VR all day?" I'm like, "No, it's been an hour. Why aren't you at work?" And she's like, "I did work." I'm like, oh dear. So technically, there's not really a way to combat the vertigo, because if you're moving at all and your eyes see it but your body doesn't feel it, it's going to have that disconnect and it's going to be weird. There are ways to sort of pad it. Like, for example, you could slow things down a little bit, but it's really just getting used to it and reminding your body you're not really flying through the air. You're not really, doing all of these things. You're still on the ground.
You could add, what's it called? Vision Tay or something? The Bethesda VR games have it, or, a lot of VR games have it where if you move a certain speed, it focuses down your field of vision.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Is Phasmophobia yesterday was giving me like some mad fucking vertigo.
Mm-hmm. Dude, you know what's really bad is playing Payday in VR.
I still have yet to, but I've been wanting to play it.
Sucks.
It's so bad, man. I died. We were in the middle of a heist, and like 20 minutes in, my buddy's like, "Hey, are you good?" And I'm just like, ugh. He's like, "Oh no." I'm like hugging a trash can, like shooting cops with an SMG. He's like, "Buddy, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm fucking dying." But Tim, you had your question now that you're not dying.
Doesn't
Where are
look like
my
milk.
fucking trades?
So, as much as I would love to, I don't think we would be able to do the trains.
Alright, well, that was episode 3.
Is he dead?
I don't know where he might want to go die again. I don't know.
Oh my god, this might be the closest to death Tim's been.
If y'all want, I have some funny stories from when I was in the Air Force too.
Hold on, let me see, because I had like a whole bunch of lists of shit. Let's see. I wanted to talk about the storytelling.
Absolutely.
Did you because you just got done talking about this new game and a whole bunch of shit. When it comes to Jotai, is there like, do you want there to be like a story going on? Do you want people to get invested, like even if they're not playing, like to just kind of keep up with what's going on, like as far as like the characters and shit, rather than the streamers?
Yeah. So one of the biggest things that we have is Garcia is working on a content creator program that's on the Jotai website. They promote us with them and such. And I personally love storytelling and narrative in games. I don't. The only multiplayer games I play that are competitive are Battlefield. Aside from that, you'll never catch me playing something else unless it has a good story, like Witcher, Elder Scrolls games, and Fallout, Doom even. I think having the idea of an overarching narrative, kind of like what we did when y'all first joined, is a good way to help people feel involved and informed while not directly forcing a story on their own story. For example, when y'all first came in, we were doing this whole Shadow Governor arc because no one believed he was real, and in real life, the governor is my friend I'm starting up another game studio with. His name is Nikhil.
Gotcha. Well, that's
and
a spoiler.
That's not as, kinda. But he was busy with a lot of stuff, and I said, hey, I know you said that you were gonna join in today, but you're really busy. And he said, yeah, you can do whatever you want, just say it's under my name. Cool. So I kidnapped Sean, handcuffed him, I put him in a room around bombs and put the world under martial law, saying that it was Johnny's fault because John got close to something he shouldn't have. And while y'all were scrambling to figure that out, everybody else I was chasing with tanks, screaming, this is because of Johnny, and they're like, what the fuck is happening? That was a bit too involving of the narrative, but having like little rumors go about, having like some events happen that coincide with it, I am really about storytelling. And I know you brought up some good ideas as well for it, and I'm in full support on that. Because in case anyone else didn't know, Tony over here is one of our staff members for the server.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew.
I sure am.
I've been known.
Yeah, I mean I don't really do anything like productive. But I show up when I gotta.
Yeah. Okay, Tim is back. Tim had his question,
Tim, are you
but he was
dying?
dying.
I'm spitting in a cardboard box.
Okay.
Tony, how you feeling? I still got my timer.
I was gonna say fuck, what were we just talking about?
Narrative?
Yes. Okay. I brought up. I guess I'm not gonna spoil what happens, but obviously.
Tony, my question.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I thought. My
I was
bad.
asking, did it hit you? Can I drop the timer?
Oh yeah, it hit me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
I'm not fucking. You know, I'm not fucking gone, but I'm here. I was gonna ask. Or I wasn't gonna ask. I was just gonna inform everybody. Okay. Just because Tyga is on the staff too, and suggested a pretty decent idea, and I love Halloween in October and spooky lighting. I decided that it'd be cool to kind of put the 5M server into like kind of a Halloween setting, because I mean, like, I know we talked about it a little bit, Sean and Tim. Like, we just like Halloween events. They're fucking cool.
Yeah, they go hard.
They go hard. It's like there's not really like a better time than now to see how the server does in a setting with like an event like that. So I took Tyga's idea and credit to where it's due to him, and decided to write a story around it. And I'm not going to spoil it. Like I said, if Sean, if you want to know behind the scenes, I'll let you know. But I'm fucking excited for it because it's going to be a lot more than just a Halloween event. But at the same time, that's the focus of it. And I was really nervous because I haven't wrote anything in a hot minute, especially like to that magnitude. And I don't know. I'm fucking excited for it. I hope everybody likes it too. I'm just excited. But as far as gameplay wise, that's all up to you guys, unfortunately.
We're doing what we can to see about getting it to work. I really like the idea too. I think it'd be super cool. And yeah, I fucking love Halloween events too.
Halloween is just really cool. I think with me and Tim wanting to do this October like just scary streams like crazy, it helps us kind of I guess make an excuse to get on 5M and break the monotony a little bit, because like then now we can get on 5M and now there's like some kind of like horror themed thing going on, so it fits in with everything. We don't have to tell people, oh well, we're taking a break. No, it's good. It's getting scary there too.
Also, let me know next time you want to hop on Phasmophobia. I love that shit. I'm a total
yeah.
bitch, but I'm about
Yeah,
it.
we could definitely
I'm great
use
on
a fourth.
cameras.
That was fun. I don't like Phasmophobia at all, but I enjoyed last night, even if I got sick with like in an hour or so.
I think the ghost changes really made it, because now it's not like you can't just hide. Like I have to sprint across the house and then hide, and then I might live.
I haven't played it since it came out, so this will all be new.
They
Oh,
they
wow.
added all kinds of cool shit, and they remodeled all the gadgets.
Yeah, they all look super cool.
Yeah, they all look realistic.
This one's directed towards you, Will. Should people who don't put their shopping carts away be punished?
Absolutely. I used to push shopping carts for a grocery store before I went in the military. If you don't put them away, you should lose your hands.
You want to join me in my crusade?
Absolutely. I love
Alright.
crusades.
We're gonna go handle all the shopping carts.
I'm actually part German, so I'm all about them. I'm talking about like the Crusades crusade. I fucked up.
All right, that was episode 3.
We'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.
Cut-
he ain't
cut the
coming
stream.
back for
Cut the-
he ain't coming for.
Shit. Fuck. Why is it? Fuck. Oh, there it is.
Tim, do you got any more peppers, or are you done?
I'm not, after that, I'm not doing that again.
It was that bad?
The habanero fucked me up. I threw up in the bathroom.
Holy shit!
I actually threw up. I got a mouthful of seeds, so.
Yo, I forgot. We went to Buc-ee's and I got some fudge.
Bro, Buc-ee's!
Oh, the fucker. Yeah, y'all ain't from Texas, so y'all know what Buc-ee's is?
I know.
Yeah,
what it
how's
is.
that Whataburger?
Buc-ee's is God.
You know, speaking of God, if rats did funny little dances and did funny little dances, could you see yourself befriending a silly little rat, a rat-a-tat-tat-tat, a ratolini, a per se, a rat per se with tappy feet?
As long as it was Biggie Cheese.
Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah. Tim, you asked about updates at trains.
Yeah.
As much as I fucking want to, I don't think we can do trains, because that was the thing that was causing the split sessions a few months ago.
Wait, so they were there?
Well, they were the ones that were just riding around and you could, like, take rides in.
They were there?
Yes!
I missed them?
You can't drive them, but you could have ridden in them.
That's
Yeah,
so
but they were...
funny.
And updates-wise, we have a big casino update, because there's a decision being made in the state government for that gambling to be legalized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that way the
It's
Diamond
illegal?
Casino would open up,
Yes.
and
It's illegal?
yes, there's an underground gambling place. We went there together.
Yeah.
I didn't know
When
that
I
was
was-
illegal. That was just, it was funny. Oh, I'm going to jail.
Well, I'm on shift, so I'm waiting for you.
I need me a pepper.
A little purple.
So, can you play the, you know, the Kroger's that
Oh yeah.
you check? Please enter your peppers. Please enter your...
Please put your bananas in the bag.
when I was at Kroger when I got them, and it was the funniest shit. It was like, please enter
That
the
is so
amount of
fucking loud.
peppers.
Please put your peppers in the bag.
Oh my fucking god.
Alright, what else you got before you die?
What's next character in Smash predictions? Go.
It's
Oh, call me Beautiful Joe.
Okay, thanks.
Or something bullshit. Alright, next segment.
Will.
It's gonna be somebody nobody gives a shit about. It's probably gonna be like the final boss from Smash or some shit.
It's gonna be something really stupid like Goku or something.
It's gonna be Smash himself.
It's gonna be John Smash.
I don't have any predictions. I just want Okami or Beautiful Joe.
I want Dick
Because
Kickem.
I love
Halo.
Clover Studios. But I think my prediction is they're gonna put in a new Nintendo character and then announce a new IP.
I want the Greek Fortnite guy who's white and has the red tattoos on him that looks Nordic.
Ukulele?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, Spook Trooper.
I want
Skeleton Man.
Gold Trooper for Fortnite? If they add a
And
Fortnite
Gold-
character to Smash,
Oh my god.
I can see it happening. Anyways, top 3 best and top 3 worst fast food restaurants will go.
Best.
Best top 3.
All right. 1, Whataburger. 2,
God damn it.
Zaxby's. 3. Fuck. I gotta give it to what is it? What the fuck?
Sora from Kingdom Hearts 3. You're right. You're right, Will.
P. Terry's. Top
What?
3. Yeah.
I know like one of those. Alright, top 3 worst.
Worst. Five Guys.
Oh, whoa.
And
Oh, whoa.
In
Alright,
and out.
that's episode 3, everybody. Let's get out.
In and Out? Alright,
Okay.
yeah. That,
I have In and Out
he said,
from Texas.
he said that.
It's not
he-
good.
You said the best one, not the worst. I'll go next.
okay.
Worst ones, Crystals. That one's
Yo!
Tim, no, you know. You've had Wendy's, their food, not their ice cream.
What's happening?
I don't know anymore.
The worst. Yeah, mammy. But the 3 best. We got Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can agree.
All right, what's yours, Tony?
Is that it? The top 3?
What you got?
I'm with you. You already got mine.
All right, Tim.
Alright, top 3, easy. Number 1 is Chick-fil-A. Number 2.
All right, that's on my number 2 now. All right, next.
Number 2 is Taco Bell. And number 3, I would say Cookout.
Oh yeah, Cookout. Panda Express pretty good too.
That would not be my top 3. my top 3 least favorites would be okay, let's see here. Probably
Yeah, flip through notes.
Bojangles, Popeyes, and Dunkin' Donuts.
Popeyes.
Yeah, every time I've gone to Popeyes, they don't have chicken.
Yeah, they got Cajun fries though.
They got fucking banger Cajun fries.
I've never had their fries. I went there and I asked for a chicken sandwich, and they never have it.
No, chicken machine broke.
Chickens have rebelled.
Fuck,
God.
hold on. I just ate this Whopper. Okay, I had some Whoppers to help cool me, and there's a phone number on it. Now, why would there
Wait,
be,
what?
There's a phone number on it. Like, call this number if you have any questions.
Oh. I thought somebody put their phone number on there. I was like,
I
what?
want to call the chocolate company. Tell them this was a good Whopper.
Why don't you just call up the IRS and when they answer, just repeat the paragraph from the fitness gram pacer test.
I'm gonna read out the Whopper.
I got one.
So,
Story time.
Your
Yeah.
call cannot be completed.
called it. Called them.
Fuck!
Called them. You fucking called them.
Story time. Who has almost died at some point?
I've almost died.
I've been in 2 car accidents. And that's about it, though.
Pussy shit. All right, hear me out.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
So when I was like 6 or 8, no, I was younger. I had to have been. Probably
This
around-
is before I knew you then.
Yeah, like maybe like 5. This is when I knew Chris. So me and Chris were in front of my grandma's house, and my dad at that time he had a Jeep, Do you remember the Jeep, Sean? Were you there for that?
Yeah.
So I was small, and this Jeep was big. It was a Jeep Wrangler. So it had these big tires, and it had an antenna. And me and my friend were climbing all over the Jeep. We were having so much fun. We're like trying to make obstacle courses on this Jeep. I climb on the tires, hop over to like the door handle and stuff like that. And I was like, watch this. And I jumped, I grabbed onto the antenna. The antenna snapped. And I fell to the concrete, and my head cracked open. And I had blood coming down the side of my head over my eyes. And I ran down the driveway to my dad. I was like, Dad, my head hurts. And he's like, no. My mom and my grandma, they're losing their shit. They're screaming and everything. Like, holy shit, there's just blood pouring down this kid's face. And I started crying because they started screaming. I felt fine.
But like that in the story, your mom refers to you as this kid.
Yeah. And they kept saying, call 911, call 911. My dad was like, no, watch this. And he dabbed my head with
He fucking throws you on the concrete again.
He dabbed my head with a rag, and he gets some tape and he puts it over my head. And next day I was fine.
Damn. I never almost died before, so. I mean,
Damn.
at the end of the day, when how do you know you've almost died?
I mean,
You know,
when
when
you're
on that grind set, you know, you're always on the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
Almost dying.
Oh, that's right. Sean, you got one?
No.
Tony, you got one? Like an actual story?
I haven't almost died.
I'm pretty sure I have other stories as well.
The only story I have is the one from my actual like almost death, which I can't remember. But I almost died at birth.
Lucky.
Like, yeah, like I came out the womb with the umbilical cord around my neck.
I heard that's like a pretty.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
Yeah.
common.
That's an occurrence.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got. The car accidents weren't too serious. There was a time that I almost passed out recently that wasn't very serious, but I almost passed out, so that kind of sucks.
I remember that.
Yeah, you told me about that.
Damn, I don't really have anything like near-death experience-wise, really.
There was one time my brother. I was also young at this time. My brother rolled off the top of the top bunk bed and landed on me and knocked the air out of me. And I couldn't breathe for a while. And I thought, oh, this is it. That was pretty funny. What about you, Will?
1 second.
Sarah actually reminded me. I do have one.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I was a rowdy little shit.
Uh-huh.
And there was technically twice, but one was actually more serious than the other. Both were pretty serious. Okay, well they both have to do with water, which explains my kind of fear with water.
I love water.
But once I was we would go down to the shore when I was a kid for vacation, and one time I decided to go into the deep end. I'm way too fucking small for that. And I just fucking jumped. I didn't let anybody know. I didn't fucking tell anybody. I was just like, woo, there I go. And I went down the big ass slide into a pool. My ass didn't come back up. So
Like a fucking rock.
Yeah, like a fucking rock, man. And my dad dove in to grab me. I didn't spend too long into the water. So that one's not I don't think I consider that as bad as the next one. The next one, we went to the shore again, but this time I was on the beach, and this was a different beach than what I was used to. And usually I go out to swim on the beach or in the ocean. I won't go too far because obviously it's not what you want to do. But I one time just go out, and I apparently had just gone too far, and I didn't know because like it's a new beach, so I'm not used to it as much. But I turn back and I'm like, oh shit, they're pretty far, haha, and I start walking back. Problem is, it's getting pretty fucking hard to walk back, huh? Wow. This is getting hard. Oh no, what? Hey, those waves were getting pretty big.
What the hell?
So I almost got swept up into the ocean.
Undertow.
Yeah, I almost got completely like fucking. Just, there I go.
That kind of fun.
And I think it was my uncle that went in after me because he saw that I was struggling, and he wasn't the greatest swimmer, but he's tall, so you got that going for you. But he
God,
saved my life,
He
so
goes
I'm
in,
not
he's just
gonna.
struggling too. He starts-
Yeah, we both just fucking die. All right. But yeah, I almost got swept into the ocean, which probably is the closest I've been to dead, I guess.
Good lord.
Because
think you'd be a
I was
fish
a
boy.
I was a kid. I was a kid. There was no fucking way.
You'd be Shark Boy, and you'd have the shark come up to you and be like, oh,
No, I
save
ain't
him,
built like
save-"
him. You seen that kid?
He's a Jacob now, right?
Yeah, that motherfucker built it different.
Do boogers come out of your brain?
Yes. They're just bad thoughts.
Think about it. Do you think just like when you forget something, do you think it comes out as like a chew? Like when you forget it's like when you walk into a room and you sneeze, because every time you walk into a room and you sneeze, you forget what you were doing. So the booger came out with the brain power.
What?
Oh,
If you had
Fucking what?
if you had to fight Predator, but it could only use one action movie star, who would you choose? See, that's not a booger. That's a good idea. It's a good-
If I had to pick one actor to take on the Predator,
yeah, one action star.
Ben Stiller.
action star Ben Stiller versus the Predator
Well, think
tonight.
about it, dude. His ears. He could hear him miles away.
God. I choose
Hey,
Owen Wilson.
I mean, he kind of handled those exhibits at Night at the Museum.
He did kind of handle them.
They made 3 of those and they couldn't kill him.
Dodgeball is an action movie, and that's on fact.
That's true.
That's
I'm not gonna say.
I had my
pretty good.
story. I forgot when I
Go
almost
ahead.
died.
Go ahead before we forget.
So when I was in the Air Force, I worked on the Osprey. It's an ugly plane. Piece of shit. I love it to death. It's fucking stupid. And I was an electrician on it. So one of the first missions I got to go on, we were heading out to North Carolina, I think. So
It's pronounced North Korea.
oh god, no. So I hop on the plane with my master sergeant, a couple other crew chiefs, and the pilots, and we take off and we're going. I had the pilot who likes to make the new people who've never flown before throw up. Me.
Could you?
So
I'm sorry to interrupt real quick. Could you post a picture of the plane and the engine real quick?
yeah, let me see if I can find one of that ugly fucking piece of shit.
So I can at least get an idea what we're looking at here. Because I'm thinking of like a fighter plane. Like, wait, there's a bunch of people in here.
Oh god, no. It is not anything like a fighter plane. You'd look at this and just be like, why do we still have that? Yeah, that thing. Yeah, that was my my job for 4 years. So we're flying, and the captain's going like, left, right, up and down, did a fucking roll, try to get me to throw up. I'm like, nah. He's like, all right, whatever. And I have the headset on, about to fall asleep, and I hear them say, hey, generator 1 just went out. I was like, fuck. So I go up to the cockpit, I flip the switch, I get it going again. I'm like, cool. I go sit down. And they're like, hey, generator 2 just went out. I was like, fuck. So I go up, flip the switch, it's all good. I go and I sit down, and then I hear, hey, generator, and then doom. And we black out. So we're about 8,000 feet in the air, no electronics. The blades are still going because it's hydraulic.
Yeah.
But we're just sitting out there. And I look at my sergeant and I said, Sergeant Dubio, what the fuck do we do? And he looks at me and he says, pray, my young airman. And so for like 10 straight seconds, I could feel us slowly starting to like drop in altitude a little bit. And then the power came back on. And we were stabilized again. And I kind of sat there, and I'm like, "Sir, what would have happened?" He's like, "Well, we wouldn't have been alive to find out."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that thing's a piece of shit. I've flown on that thing like 5 times.
That
Fuck
sounds like
that.
a Battlefield campaign moment right there.
Yeah, that sounds fucked up.
Kinda. Although I think I got plenty of stories if y'all ever want to hear them. Some I can't legally tell you, but there's plenty I can.
Okay,
Tell
well,
us first one
hey.
anyways. That sounds like they'd be really interesting.
I was gonna say, I'll definitely be down to hear those for sure. They fucking... Goddamn, I love hearing stories about that shit.
I met
It's fucked
Sylvester
up, I know, I'm
Stallone's
sorry.
long lost brother who's been in the army for 100 years. I shit you not. He just looks like him. Dude walks up in camo. He says, "Hey, what's up? I'm Major Redacted. Thank you all for what you do working on this plane." I'm like, who the fuck is this scary man? So
Wait, he's been in the army for 100 years.
no, that's the rumor.
Okay.
He just said that because he can't
Geezer.
say anything else. That I don't even think he told us his real name.
Damn.
But essentially his job is that when he's on the plane, they pick up people who are injured and, they keep them alive and all that. And he said, every time I've been on, someone's died on me. And then I just open up their chest, pump their heart by hand, bring them back to life, and sew them back up. And we're like, holy shit. And he said, yep. And it always feels great when they just get sent off to be interrogated. I'm like, oh, God. And he's like, when y'all get back, we're going to have a barbecue. And I'm like, why? I don't want to be anywhere near you. You're terrifying. He makes good ribs, though.
About to say, he never opened them up. He just fed them Skittles until they got to the base.
I wish. Because
He's like,
he said
one
that.
for you, one for me.
He said that one of our sergeants was like, nah, that can't be true. And then he went into grotesque detail of how he does it. And I'm like, okay, alright, I believe you. Please stop.
No, that can't be true. He just fucking rips his chest open.
I'm gonna do something really quick, kind of silly.
Eh?
This is kind of silly, but I kind of wanna.
I'm watching you. I see the reflection in your glasses. What are you doing? Is it a blue screen enough?
I did a silly. Enjoy.
Oh my god! You should have never fucking. Oh my.
Gifts.
Wait, Sachini's in here? Sachini.
Hey, there's Sachini. I got all the lurkers out. Come
Oh
here.
my god!
Thank your boy.
Holy shit!
Fuck.
The fuck?
What's up?
So,
Sean, look at you. You gotta
You're
prime
welcome.
now.
oh, what's the?
What the fuck?
What?
Thank you, Tony. What the hell? Fuck.
Oh, no.
Oh god, he's so fat.
Goodness.
Oh.
Wait.
You put Halo in a financial situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tony, what are those?
One more in that crate. What?
Are those breadsticks? Those cheesy breadsticks?
Nah, it's Totino's pizza.
Totinos?
Yeah.
Don't you mean Totinos or Doritos or Locos
There's only
Tacos?
one, so just take that. What?
I
What?
thought those were hash browns.
Yeah. That's some fucking like
You're cheesy AF.
B tier level pizza. I just
What was I saying?
You're gonna talk about how you're Italian. You don't know how to.
How
make
am I
pizza from
supposed to pay?
scratch.
You're not supposed to pay it back. Just pay it back by coming here. It's fine. I'm bribing you. Get in here. Just keep watching.
I am bribing you,
This is a legal bribe.
Tony. Are there any dishes that you can make by hand, by scratch?
Dishes like,
Food.
I mean, I can cook like pretty much anything you like. If I'm needed to cook, I can cook. I might not cook it perfectly. I'm not great. I'm not, and I definitely can't make anything by hand. Like as far as like
Like if I gave you some flour and shit right now, some sauce and like some cheese.
I could probably make a pizza, but I ain't betting on that. But I'm pretty sure I could. I'm pretty sure.
You got your confident in that ability?
I'm a good 90% confident.
All right, pizza cast coming soon. We're all gonna try cooking pizza at the same
Oh
time.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I need to get a camera. I gotta move the computer to my kitchen.
Go, you just have your computer on the stove while it's on, trying to record it.
Yeah, I'm cooking the computer. It's like seeing if I can turn into a pizza before it shuts off.
Like, all right, guys, I'm gonna try to cook my PC before the stream ends. You're just watching the fucking motherboard melt. You just
It's the video of the guy who put his TV in his oven to see if he beat Halo 2 before it ends.
Before his fucking TV melted.
He just say he tried to freeze it.
Can you make a bacon wrap filet mignon? You mean mignon? Oh, it's the same thing.
No, nice. You know what he said. He knows what he said too.
Minion.
A minion. You gonna fry a minion?
I would.
Yeah.
Fillet a
Making
minion.
steak. I like making steak. That's fun.
Dude, steak is life.
That's fun.
I struggle making steak because I always feel like I'm gonna cook it too much or I'm gonna undercook it.
You just cut it. Just cut it and look.
You just got to cut it.
Cut it and look. It's not that hard.
Uh.
The fun stuff is the seasoning and shit.
All right. So hear me out. Do you have to be good to be an esports player?
No.
Hell no.
Actually, yes. No, wait. Esports, yes.
Esports.
Yeah.
So
There's a difference between streaming and esports.
okay. So let's say. The Cowboys. They're a sports team.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes, they're not very good.
like the
but
loosest.
They're still a sports team.
By the loosest definition, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you could be a part of a sports team and still not be good, right?
Of
On
course.
behalf of Texas, we're sorry.
That's all right. I forgive you. I mean, yeah, you're right, but I mean, you still got put on the team for a reason.
But
You know what I mean?
Do you
So
think,
yeah, you could be a third string fucking guy for fucking Scuff Gaming, but I mean,
You
you're
have to be a
probably
pro.
still better than me.
like, do you have to be like fucking the best in the world to be on?
Well,
this team?
professional is just loose. I mean, especially when it comes to gaming, it's all about just experience. Like, how long did you play this game? How good are you at this game? There's a lot of shit to it, especially because like I use it in the same term that you would call like a professional like football player or something. Like, how long of an amateur are you until you're a professional? It's not a matter of your skill level. It's a matter of how much time you put in.
Well, I mean, I could be playing fucking fighters for the rest of my life now, and I could still never get good at it.
That's not.
I gotta
true.
go poop.
All right, enjoy your poop.
He's doing competitive.
That's
shit.
not true at all, Tim. If
Yeah.
you're willing and 100% like, you know what, I kind of do want to enter a tournament for this, and you locked it in and were like trying to learn the tech and everything, you could 100% become one of the best players in the world if you wanted to.
Okay. And do you think esports is just a phase? No pun intended.
No, I think it's gonna 100%. It's only gonna get more serious.
Absolutely.
It's almost kind of dumb to think that it's gonna go away. It's going to happen. It's only gonna get more elaborate. We're gonna start seeing VR esports and shit's gonna get really fucking crazy then. But like, yeah, gaming esports and it's all a thing. I don't think that some games are like trying to say that they're the future and like, you know, that they're gonna be like the big esports, like Overwatch, thinking that they're gonna be like the biggest thing ever.
No, that's League of
No.
Legends.
It's still and will forever be League. And if it isn't League, it's Dota. And if it isn't Dota, it's Counter-Strike. And if it's not Counter-Strike, it's Valorant. It's everything besides Overwatch. Overwatch has its fan base, but it's the most like brand loyal fan base. It's almost like it's like WWE to like everything else in wrestling.
Good lord.
And I'm sorry for talking shit on Overwatch. But
Nah,
No, fuck Overwatch.
But like it took itself so seriously that it was like, we're just gonna really fucking lean into the fact that we're our own game and we're made specifically for esports, and then it ruined the entire game. Whatever. Either way, like Counter-Strike is still kicking its ass, and that's a fucking 10-year-old game now.
Counter-Strike? Isn't that older than 10 years?
I have no idea.
And yes, we'll drink a lot of G Fuel tonight, Halo. And Nintendo 3DS sports? Huh? How do you guys feel about mobile esports? Do you think there'll be Clash of Clans esports?
Define mobile.
On your
Like
phone,
iPads, stuff like that.
3DS,
I mean,
PSP.
oh goodness, I don't know. I don't even consider phone games to be phone games, but that's just me.
I think they're gonna exist. It's not really a matter if I care about it or not, and I don't.
There's Clash Royale esports. That's the thing.
There's also the PUBG mobile esports.
Oh God.
Yeah, it exists.
Oh no.
It already does.
Okay, well, speaking of games, the gaming world is changing. A lot of free-to-play games and a lot of battle passes. What do you think the next like craze is? Because I know everyone's like, free-to-play and add a battle pass and then make money off skins.
I don't entirely hate the battle pass thing, and here's why. Because one, the game itself is usually free. So you can at least play the game and not be like, I need to pay for this. You know, you're not obligated to pay for anything, which I think is the best way to do it, because all those people that are like constantly shitting on a game for microtransactions, which, believe me, you shit on them.
Bye in the negative.
Bye in the negative. Thanks for joining. Shit on microtransactions and all that, obviously. But a free game, and then you pay for the battle pass or whatever. Usually 100 tiers of like cosmetics and shit like that. It's like anything in a normal leveling system for a game. Usually, I don't think it's that bad. Of course, it's a live service game though, so that's going to be kind of cringy. But
how do you feel
it's just
about
the way
it
that
in paid games, like if there's a battle pass
in paid
there?
games is bullshit. No, if you pay for something, unless it's a DLC.
And if it's all cosmetic, it's still bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%, totally.
Yeah.
What's up? How was the poop?
It's pretty good.
Pretty wet. So if we follow this trend of free to play and throwing a battle pass in there, do you think we'll ever get to the point where the battle passes will just have like exclusive game changing content?
No.
Like weapons and shit like that. Because I know some games do
No,
that with
because
loot crates. Like COD will sometimes have guns in their crates.
World War II was the worst example of it because they did that. And they would drop random crates that had whatever weapon specs, and that would actually change the gun to basically be a pay to win. And that was the worst case for it. But that's when things started to shift into the battle pass territory. Now, I mean, of course, if it happens in battle pass, the same thing is going to happen again. Where it'll fucking go, I don't know. That's a people with money question to fucking answer. But yeah, Halo. I like the Halo Infinite way of doing the battle passes. I think is the best one to date.
Yeah,
it doesn't lock anything. You can just go back and fucking earn it. Which is so simple.
And it's a free battle pass, isn't it?
I think you pay for the battle passes, but they stay there forever.
But if you buy,
and even if you miss that time that the battle pass is out, you can still buy previous battle passes.
If you buy the base game, do you get the battle pass?
I'm not sure. And if I can be honest, I think Halo's the only game that I would accept that. And it's hypocritical as fuck for me. I know. But me as a consumer, I like Halo enough to where, yes, I'll pay the $60 for that story mode. I don't care. And the multiplayer is just any other day of the week, I'm buying a full-blown $60 Halo game. And then putting in a battle pass, whatever. Do I wish it was free? Yeah, but I would 100% accept more content than I care for. I'm a shit like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of bullshit, yeah, but
I mean, I think one way to look at it, because the way that they've always done it has been, how can they make money from this? Beforehand, what was really happening is that, before the internet would really come out and put these games through that you could download digitally, you would have to go to the store, you would have to grab it from the shelf, purchase it there, the money goes to the store, and then it gets sent back to the person who made it. And it was a one-time purchase, and that was it. Then, when we were able to be more connected to the developers and publishers, and we were like, well, it would be really cool if we didn't have to just go to the store to get this DLC and stuff. And they were like, okay, what if you just downloaded it and bought it from here? Because their idea was
convenience above all.
Yeah, they needed to make money, and we had something that we wanted, so they developed a solution for that. But seeing as how the gaming industry is so young, it wasn't executed very well and received very well, because we had some things that we'd get DLC for that complemented the game, and then sometimes we got things like horse armor for
I would say Oblivion horse armor.
Yeah, exactly that. And then it came down to like loot boxes, and that was a big controversy because the companies will say it's not gambling because it's just random, but you're still taking a chance on spending your money for it, and countries actually banned some games due to that. I had to write a paper on it. And then it came down to, battle passes and some content being free, but if you pay for the battle pass this season, you get some more.
Wait.
On top of microtransactions and such like that, and the initial.
Do you guys? I'm sorry to interrupt, but do you guys remember when they would sell you, the game, and inside there was a code to just get online for it?
Yes.
It was the EA games. It was the fucking EA games.
Was it only the EA games?
Yes.
That was fucking stupid.
I couldn't find anything out of it. Yeah, that shit pissed me off. It was like because they wanted to get rid of reselling and trade-ins.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's either that or pay $10.
That was fucking ridiculous that we went through that time. See, like that's like
I
the early
forgot about
version.
that.
That's like the early version of like microtransactions to me. That's what started it. It was like the fact that you couldn't even like get a used game and go and play online because they were just like, nah, you got to give us like $10 to do it.
Even if you had Xbox Live,
even if you had Xbox Live, even if you had this, there's like, nah, pay for it. That was where it all started for me.
Why are we increasing the price of games? Why are they going to $70?
Because,
Oh, that's just fucking inflation.
Yeah, it's that, and because the cost of the consoles are getting so much more expensive, especially after COVID hit. Unfortunately, that dramatically increased the cost of building a console because so much work stopped on like making processors and components for them. So
the price of the console affects the price of the games?
Exactly.
The fact that we're not even at more expensive games already kind of surprises me. Because what was it? Like PS1 games were like $40. And then PS2 games were probably like around 50. 360 games up until now were $60.
Yeah, now
that's a long fucking time.
PS5 games are 70.
It's fucking crazy that it took this long.
I thought the price would go down because we've eliminated like in-store games. Like if you buy a game in store versus buying a game online, you no longer have that middleman. I thought the games would be cheaper to buy them online.
That's very true, yeah, because there's not that price of printing and shipping.
No printing, shipping. The company that's like GameStop doesn't need to get a cut or anything.
Yeah, there's so many like loops that you go through just selling digitally. Like you don't have to go through like a factory or anything.
No licensing.
There's nothing physical.
You would think the pricing would have gone down.
Damn, that's very true.
With all the tech that's going into these games now, like they're not two-man companies anymore. You know? I mean, some of them are, yeah. But think about, and I hate to use it as an example, but think about like games with like the NBA and Madden games. They're the same thing every fucking year, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But EA is a company that knows their worth, and everybody buys Madden. You can hate it all you want, but that is one of the best selling games at GameStop every fucking year, and I know.
Yeah.
I don't have it
And
up,
I know.
but just Peachy, thank you for
Yeah,
following.
this guy is Madden. We have John Madden live with us.
Yeah.
But usually Madden's like the top seller every year, only now being rivaled by COD. Yeah, so like, why not? Why not make that $70? Because guess what? As soon as those motherfuckers are gonna be like, well, I don't want it, it only cuts down like half of the people, and it doesn't matter because the other half is paying now $10 extra. So it's fucking evens it out. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but you're not
Yeah.
wrong.
I was just thinking. So, I remember Nintendo had this issue where because their little cartridge games are pretty. Are they 60 or or more?
They're like 60 or more.
And they don't like to put their games on sale. And I know the main reason is because they want to keep the prices that are in store and the prices on digital the same, so no one has to pick between the two.
Because if they pick between the two, then they immediately go to the cheaper one.
They'll go to the digital, and then there might be a lawsuit break out with GameStop and shit like that, saying that they're fucking selling on their own, and they probably have some kind of licensing agreement or some bullshit like that. But this whole issue is why games aren't getting cheaper online, at least, is because companies like GameStop and I really know no other game companies, not companies, but game retailers. But places like GameStop, they need to keep that price the same.
GameStop gets such a small cut from selling new games. I think when I was there, they only got like a 5% cut.
Fuck.
Then
So
why the fuck
they
do
get shit.
So when
That's why when you go there and there's a used game for like GTA or something that's like brand new, right? Like whatever the new game is that week, right? You play it and then you sell it back to GameStop. Everybody's done it. You get like $30 back for it, and then you get, when you see it on the shelf the next day, it'll be $55. That's because GameStop is literally evening it out. Because they get 5% of whatever they sell, every individual, and then the used games is profit.
So
Just right out of pocket.
on those used games, they're pulling like $30.
Used games are pulling everything.
Okay.
Everything. So basically, if it's a new game and you're like, oh well, the trade-in's $30. Yeah. Okay, they'll give you the $30. They don't give a fuck. But when they resell it, it's going to be the $55. And they'll pocket all $55. So they make more money every time, especially for new stuff. And they always try to incentivize you to trade in newer games. If you've noticed, they don't ever like advertise for like old games longer than like 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
It's all to just, obviously get you in there and sell shit, but it's a fucking business at the end of the day, and there's a reason why GameStop's still around and Blockbuster isn't.
Might be time to wrap up.
I'm about to say we just passed the hour 30 mark, so I want to
Sheesh!
say
That's a lot of talking.
I want to say thank you to Will.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank you,
coming.
Will.
Thank you
Oh
for
god, I
coming
forgot
out.
I was here.
Yeah, you forgot you
Oh,
were.
oh.
I forgot this was a podcast for a minute.
Thank you all for listening to Baja Cast Episode 3. We record these on twitch.tv/boycom. We shoot for every Thursday at 11 p.m. What time zone are we in? Eastern Standard Time.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's that one.
I know. The only reason I know is because never eat soggy wagons or whatever. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you again. That's it.
I had a great time. We had a great time.
Yeah,
I'm enjoying these.
that was fun.
There's a fat
stuff.
hit.
Fat fucking hit, brother.
Wait, why did you play that at the end? No.